my name is Via, welcome to my channel, and today I will be doing a video where I'm doing my own styling of the new WINX adaptation, Netflix adaptation, that kind of thing. So basically I'll be picking outfits and just like talking about what styles I would want the members to be in. I know this news about the Netflix adaptation isn't recent and it has already come out, but recently like two creators I like and enjoy videos of have made videos about this topic, so I was like, I feel inspired. So yes, I'll be making this video, and I just have a lot of things to say in a way, just because it's so annoying how like this was a show I loved so much, and the purpose of it, the purpose of all the outfits, it was to be so girly and feminine and just cute. And Netflix took that and ruined it. Like, I already don't like dark academia style and aesthetic much in the first place. But this is, I hate it so much, and it wasn't even like that much of dark academia within the show. It was just so boring and plain, and the color scheme was so dark, and it was just, no. The show itself is so colorful. That was another reason why it's so enjoyable. All the characters are so pretty. The outfits are amazing. Like, I really loved them, and it was just so colorful, and it was so fun, and I was like, why the show was so enjoyable. And Netflix just completely got rid of that because, you know, just things can't be cool when they're very girly and feminine, apparently. And I'm sick of those like Netflix coming of age movies where it's just, they're all so boring and they're just very the same. Like, again, I haven't actually watched the show because I'm not going to, like, simply for the reason of the outfits, because I just hate what they did to that. I hope you enjoy this, so yeah. Oh yeah, also, like, this is my makeup today, so I don't know, I haven't really done this before. Like, normally I always have eyeliner on, but I don't know, I thought of doing something like a fairy look, but this isn't like a fairy look. Like, yeah, I don't know, this is like the first time I've done it, so yeah. So the first fairy I will be discussing is Flora. She was the fairy of nature, and I really loved her so much. She was my favourite fairy within the show. I also obviously enjoyed her outfits the most. Like, I loved the pink and green thing we had going on. The colour scheme, it was so nice. And again, I know she wasn't like the fashion one like Stella was, obviously, but I really loved her outfits. Even just ignoring their outfits and everything else, like, for a second, this is the first character I'm discussing, and like, she was whitewashed so bad. See, the thing with WINX, it was a show at least more people could relate to. We had one black fairy, we had an Asian fairy, and we also had Flora, which is a Latina girl. She was done so dirty in this show. She's played obviously by a white actress. She've done a better job at finding actors, because it's not gonna be, it would not be hard to find a good Latina actress, okay? It would not be hard, and they just didn't bother to do that. Big thing of the show was more people could relate to it. Like, if there was different people in it of different races, more people could relate to it. Netflix completely whitewashing basically two of the characters. It just takes away from that representation, and the fact that certain girls can't relate to this show anymore as their races that were represented previously are gone and replaced by white actors. Now we're talking about her fashion. I think Flora's styling is my least favourite in the Netflix adaptation from everything I've seen, as her outfits are literally all the same. It's just like a square dress basically, all the time, just different colours and maybe some patterns of like flowery. I hated it. I hate, like, they're all as well dark colours. Throughout the actual show in WINX, they have pastel outfits with like colourful glitterers, and here they literally just, I think she's got like a dark green dress, and then she's got a dark red dress and a dark blue dress. It's just so boring and so repetitive. Like, you expect more of the budget Netflix has. Okay, now kind of onto how I would style the characters. In the actual animated show, most of the fashion that the girls are wearing is just 2000 inspired, because obviously of the time of it being released. Yeah, see, that was kind of what I was stuck with. I was like, do I try like recreating the outfits from the show in a way? When going with the whole 2000 styles, like, you know, styles from then. But then I was also thinking the show is going to be released now, so maybe it should relate more to the current trends and style. So yeah, I feel like overall the top things I would want to include in her outfits would be lace tops, crochet pieces, floral dresses, corsets. Flora is a fairy of nature, so the things that pop up, especially that was a big thing last year, was cottagecore. And I personally think she would wear a lot of outfits that are just like either long dresses, but with some cuts in between, and obviously Flora patterns, which I think was like very expected. These very nice dresses that look really delicate and almost vintage and just like very princessy like. And you know, this dress I feel like there could be like a lot of like puffy sleeves. I think that would look really cute, as well as some dresses that have corsets with them, because again, it goes with their whole cottagecore aesthetic. I also think Flora could look gorgeous with some crochet elements to her outfits, like crochet cardigans, and this was also like a bigger thing last year as well, maybe because of people being in quarantine and, you know, having more time to do different activities like crochet. Very flowy dresses with almost layers like. And again, the palettes I would give her is, I know green is a very predictable one, but then I wouldn't really have had that much green. It would be mainly baby pink, green and yellow. Again, I would rather stick colour palettes they have within the show, because again, I generally like the outfits and I think they work a lot better definitely than the Netflix ones. I know this doesn't really happen for the show and I'm kind of going like off on a different topic right now, but I think it would be really nice if they included like some flower accessories in her hair. Well, like just flowers really, because technically they could just like have actual flowers, or well, like edit them in or whatever. That would look really beautiful. For some reason I don't only associate her with like flowers and all that stuff. I also feel like she could have a lot of butterfly accessories, as in like this one pair of shoes, and I think I love it so much. I found it ages ago on my Pinterest but now I'm bringing it back again for this Flora, because I think she would have a lot of like elements of nature as in like accessories. Again, like I say, earrings on her shoes, bracelets and stuff like that. Maybe some pins in her hair, I'm not quite sure about that one. I think she would keep her hair just like wavy most of the time and not do too much to it. For makeup, I feel like she would most likely keep it natural, but then if like we're going for like special occasions or transformation, I think she'd probably wear a lot of like pinkish shadow with diamonds or little glitter things included in it, with maybe like green eyeliner instead of like normal black eyeliner. I'm gonna go in the order of how I think was the easiest for me to style, because obviously Flora's a favorite, and then I feel like her, like the nature theme, it was very prevalent. You can really include it in fashion. And the next one will be Tecna. She was not included in actual Netflix adaptation, which is also like, why? I feel like she could have been very easily done with her power being like tech, and I think that would have been really interesting of how they incorporated that. And I think she honestly would have like the most interesting and very like in-your-face style. So honestly, I was very disappointed that Netflix didn't do anything with that. But then again, if they didn't really do that much for the other characters, then probably her outfits wouldn't be that good either. Okay, so for Tecna, I see it obviously a lot. Very neon-y colours. I feel like she would wear sometimes just like one pieces where it's like a whole outfit in one, and then it would be like this kind of like sporty in a way. And I also feel like there was this one specific show I'm talking about right here, where there's just like this glowy stick thing, and it's not a stick, but like that turns me off, like a glow stick. Just glowy details on her shirts and her pants going down. I actually love this plastic material. I think them on top of like certain clothes, like even like bodysuit stuff, they would look so good. Some would be you could see through, and then you could see like the actual like other clothes underneath it, which they would like mismatch colours. I think it would look really cool. Like again, there's examples I will put up in the screen, but I feel like that would be actually more stuff for her transformation. See, the thing is, in the actual show, the transformation outfits are like more comfortable rather than like wow. Like I used to really enjoy them, really pretty. I think the plastic idea thing I'm thinking of would look really cool, but then in reality I think it would be very comfortable to wear, so I don't think she'd wear it often. But I'd want to see that like once. So I also think she would wear a lot of geometric shapes, if that makes sense. Like love geometry and just a lot of shapes. She just actually wear a lot of sparkly stuff. Well, I would say the show she tends to wear tight-fitting outfits, but still I would want to put her in some like cargo pants at some point. They'd probably be very colourful again, like purple, hot pink. These shoes, like I think these shoes would match Tecna the best out of all the members, but I wanted to see all of them. For the actual transformations, if I was to keep it more of how it is in the show, I would have the girls all wear these type of shoes for the actual transformations. I think they would all just look so cool with like skirts, crop tops, and those shoes. So if that was if we were keeping it like simple for the transformations, which again I feel like technically we should. If they're meant to be fighting them, I think that should be more practical rather than like, wow, like a big fashion moment, you know. And I would think Tecna would have a lot of like pouches as parts of her outfits, belts that are different colours to her outfits or like match them in a way. Just a lot of neon stuff. As I said before, those sparkly straps going down random places of her outfits. I feel like it would be kind of like this electricity going through her in a way on her outfits. Would also style her in like tight fitted dresses that have like triangle endings here on the arms. For hair, yeah, again, I would keep it short, probably dyed like hot pink. I think she wouldn't style it that much, so it would be a bit like messy, but then also like messy, but as in messy on purpose. I think Tecna could have like the coolest makeup in a way, or like just very interesting makeup. Triangles, squares, very experimental makeup. Well, I feel like Tecna would be maybe the person to do that much makeup. I think that would look cool for her transformations and special occasions. These very big earrings, again in the shape scheme, like these very big square earrings, triangle ones, maybe stars even, and squares. First of all, I apologize for the change in lighting. I'm really sorry about that. I've had to stop filming for a bit and I'm filming again. Now we'll be discussing Aisha fairy in line. Aisha was Waves fairy? Water fairy, really. She joined the club later in season 2, so she wasn't one of the original members. Very much into sports, and you could say she was even a bit tomboyish. Well, her style doesn't exactly depict that, as she does often wear a lot of skirts and kind of feminine clothes. To be honest, at this point, it's actually really hard to choose who has gotten the most ugliest clothes within the actual Netflix adaptation, because look at this. Aisha's meant to be 17, and she's wearing this. What 17-year-old is wearing this? She looks so much older by like 20 years. They're not meant to look like that. Like, I don't know who told Netflix that was alright to do. They are not meant to look like that. They're meant to look very young, feminine, playful, blah blah. They're not meant to look like this. They're not meant to look 20 years older. I think since she's a water fairy, she would wear a lot of like, definitely not tight-fitted clothes. I feel like a lot of loose clothes. I don't think Aisha wears a lot of dresses for the actual animated show, but I would include dresses on her. The thing is, there's a lot of dresses I found which are really nice because they're like perfect like representation of water. They're like very flowy like, and they just look like waves, which is basically what her power is. So I would love to put her in these, but at the same time I feel like if I'm trying to be accurate more to her personality and to her how she was portrayed in the show, I don't think she would really wear dresses. Some of them would probably be nice for her transformation. Aisha's element is that easy to be portrayed throughout clothes. Again, like the whole flowy thing, I think it's very easily portrayed, can be portrayed through fashion. There's a lot of loose tops, water print ones, like it looks like water print, but things that give off like a water look. At the same time, I feel like for her like regular day-to-day outfits, she would probably wear like cargo pants fitted with like some crop tops that she had worn in the show. Also, the color palette she had during the show was aqua blues, greens, and purples. And again, I feel like the color palettes the members had in the actual animated show would look really good in them in real life as well. So I think that's something important to keep. As she's like a water fairy, I feel like bubbles are like an important thing to include. Well, not important, but like I think it would be very cute. So there's, for example, these chains I found where basically just like, you know, I'm not sure if they're connected to the shorts, but you could also use as a hair accessory as shown in the picture. Again, this is another thing I'm not sure if like I should personally choose to wear, or maybe she would. I think of water, I think a lot of like sparkly water, you know, during sunset. So I think like tops like these would look really nice on her. And just a lot of gems, as in like little bubbles, like little tiny bits, which should be included in her makeup. As hair accessories, I think that would be really nice. I think you could include a lot of like gems throughout her looks, again to like show the little bubbles. I can imagine like her transformation happening, and it's just like it starts from like the bottom and it's like this water and again bubbles. I don't know why I keep saying this word so much, but like them going up for the ground, like up to like the top, and it's just so nice. I can imagine like the water just. And I feel like throughout most of the show she'd probably wear like big denim pants, with crop tops, as I said before, but these are like few things I want to include as well. Like I want to see not just those outfits. So now onto Musa, the music fairy. She was very much into like all kinds of instruments. She loved to sing, and once again she got whitewashed. Like it's just so disappointing to see it, like two characters that they whitewashed in one show. So for Musa, I decided to look into more of East Asian fashion trends and street styles, as I I feel like Musa would have this like street style thing going on, and she did kind of in the show. I would often have her in like big long pants, like crop tops, because again, that was like what most of the girls wore for the show. But then also I would have her sometimes wear like some Harajuku fashion. She probably has the more alternative style of all the girls. Well, she would, if I was a stylist, I would have her be the most like alternative style girl. So I don't want to narrow it down to like one style. I feel like she's kind of experimental and would probably try quite a few things out. I think she would also wear a lot of pleated miniskirt, and I could also see her. I mentioned the idea, of course, it's a Flora, but I also feel like it would suit her style as well. I feel like she would get a lot of like striped socks, like knee-high or thigh-high socks, as well as those like leg warmer things. I don't know if that's the right word. I wouldn't really put her in dresses that much, but there's this, for example, this one outfit I found, which is more like a see-through. The dresses are meant to be the main focus of the outfit. That's why I also feel like she would wear a lot of layers, where there's different types of clothes like mix and match as well. I can definitely see her have a lot of amazing makeup looks. I feel like she would also include a lot of like red in her makeup looks for some reason. Her color palette for the show is mainly reds and pink, so I can also imagine her with hot red eyeshadow and like big eyeliner, and I feel like it would be like very in your face makeup. Like, you couldn't miss it. I could probably see her wearing a lot of like very heavy boots with a lot of accessories on them. And for accessories in general, I feel like I can see her in hairpins, like a few hairpins there and there. I think throughout the show she did have quite a few hairstyles in a way. She did have her like iconic buns and like pigtails, so I feel like she would probably have like a different hairstyle every day. Again, I want to mention I'm doing the order of the characters as an order I found it the easiest to hardest to find like the outfits for, because now we're going to talk about Stella. She was the light slash sun fairy, and she was the heir to the Stellarian royal throne. They really made her to look like this very like posh English, like some type of style thing. I really hated how they styled her in the show as well. Like, they did not do her justice. She was like the fashion icon of the show. This was kind of hard to for me to decide and narrow down things for her, because I feel like she would just try out a lot of different styles, and she wouldn't be afraid to try them. But again, within the Netflix show, they made her look more grown up than she is. I think she's 17 as well. The outfits are meant to be more girly rather than mature. The thing is, I struggled with picking outfits I would want for her, because again, I feel like she would try different things out, so I want to put her, like, obviously she's a royal, so you are associated with like royal fabrics, like things like velvet, silk, very like princessy like. But then I feel like throughout the show she didn't really show it off that much, and most of the fashion the girls wore was kind of similar to each other. There was obviously differences between them, but I feel like it was most, like all of theirs was especially inspired by like 2000 fashion that was trendy at the time. But I was a bit stuck with her, because I feel like she would just wear whatever she wants. Like, she wants to try this out, she's gonna try this out. Sometimes like this outfit, I feel like I associate with her outfits like a cardigan, a crop top and jeans. I think it's not enough. I wouldn't exactly put her into this like very rich looking, posh looking clothes. I think she would definitely wear a lot of glitters though, and a lot of sparkly, shiny clothes. A lot of pinks. I do know her thing for the show was like orange, yellow, blue, kind of. I do see her in a lot of pink, because it's a very feminine colour, and I feel like she is a very feminine girl. Well, I think it would be definitely interesting to include some high fashion brands and expensive pieces throughout the show. She is a princess, she does have the money for all of the expensive clothes. Her clothes should be definitely like expensive, or like expensive looking. Yeah, and I feel like she should also have some like casual outfits of just like mini skirts and crop tops. She's a princess of the sun. I would include and keep certain elements for her outfits. There's this one top where it's see-through and it has like stars up the sleeve, so I don't know if I would change it to like the sun or keep it as stars, because I feel like the stars could go as well. I also found this look, like I'll put it up now, this model looks gorgeous, and that's also how I feel like I envision her of for like some certain royal ceremonies or like events where she has to like, you know, be there as a princess. It looks very princess, like very royalty like, and I think she would look really nice with it. Lots of gold accessories on her arms as bracelets. Okay, so not like Bloom is the main character, but she was the hardest to do for this, because I feel like she doesn't exactly have a full, very clear fashion style. I feel like her style is more toned down, less personal, because I feel like her clothes are a lot like very predictable and kind of basic. She doesn't really ever wear like fire outfits. Like, even her transformation outfit is all blue. So I don't really want to include any like exactly fire elements with shirts that have like fire drawings on them. I don't really want to include that. I don't think she would wear that either. She wears a lot of denim, like a lot. She wears jeans in like almost every scene. Well, like if she doesn't have a skirt, which she sometimes does. So I feel like most of the time I would put her in either denim skirts or either just jeans. Just as in the show, I would put her in a lot of like sweater-like crop tops. I think she would also sometimes wear like low-waisted jeans or low-waisted longer skirts. I could also see her in this hairstyle that would be supported by a pin in the back, which is shown in this picture, to Bloom to be the character that has and is wearing a lot of 2000s type of clothes and styles and clearly represents that, and it stands out more than from everyone else. A lot of cardigan tops, like that colours like green or blue, because once again I want to stick to her main colour being blue, even though she's like a fire fairy. Perhaps as an accessory she would have like one simple necklace she wears or like one ring. I think it would be very toned down. I just think the key thing would be denim. Like Bloom means denim. Like Bloom, you can't have denim without Bloom, you can't have Bloom without denim. That concludes the video. I'm really sorry if the lighting is bad now. Like it's yellow. I live in England, it's literally yellow. I hate yellow lights so much, but I'm sorry. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, then like please and I don't know, subscribe. Here's my Instagram, and maybe I'll see you in my next one. Bye.